Servus everybody, welcome back to Freshenstadt. My name is Arnold Hasenbauer and in this video we'll be reviewing another LEGO City cargo train set. Today's video being the heavy haul train, set number 60098. And as usual we're going to review each detail of the set and then run the train around the loop of track and show what there is to play with it. So, a quick overview about the set. It came out in 2015, a year after the high-speed passenger train set 60051 and the blue cargo train set 60052, which have already been reviewed. And there is no corresponding passenger train to this set, so it basically acts as just a single train set that came out at the time. It comes with a total of 984 pieces, 8 bags of building, 6 manuals, and 5 minifigures. So bag 1 and 2 along with manual number 1 builds up the red diesel style freight locomotive that's going to pull the heavy cargo along. And if I look at it, it's a very interesting style locomotive, like it's almost symmetrical except for the roof and the wheel configuration and the way it hides the electronics as well. The reason why I was asked to review this one is because Austrian trains are normally red in colour, as are German ones, but Austrian freight locomotives do sometimes look like these. So that's why I'm reviewing this set. It's on the power function system, which means it comes with the 3 components of the train motor, which is plugged into the red port of the infrared receiver, as you can see there. Now it's not on channel 1, it's on channel 3 for this demonstration because channel 1 is occupied by the high-speed passenger train and the blue cargo train, and if I ran both at the same time they'd be running at the same speed. So we choose to alternate channels for this one. But I like it how you can easily put the driver in there, which is in this case is the minifigure without headphones, in this case, or should I say ear protectors, because it's a cargo train of course. And then you've also got the battery compartment in there as well. That's what it looks like inside. You can see the receiver just from behind and the cables as well. So it's a nice little start to building, and you can put the driver with the headphones, I should say ear protectors, what am I thinking, at the other end, but I use them for something different. Now, the next stage is bag number 3, which builds up this helicopter wagon. Now, the train's not been arranged in that order, what we've done here, but as you can see, it does come with a helicopter and a flatbed wagon to put it on, which is very useful, so we can have the base of the helicopter easily sitting on it without falling off. And it also has been chained up, so you can lift it, but also you can remove a chain and treat it like a true helicopter. But that's not what we're doing, we're just treating it like a piece of freight. So it's an interesting way to start off, like something simple, but when you're building this, this wagon should go there. So it should be arranged differently, but we've chosen to arrange it the way it is in the layout on the back of the box. Next up, for bag number 4 and instruction manual number 3, we build this brown hopper sort of wagon, which I don't think you can see at the moment. But I'm just going to disconnect it from the other wagons. If you can see clearly, there's some rocks in there that will be scooped up by the crane and then put back in there, and that's what we're going to show in our demonstration a bit later on. And it's a very useful wagon as well, so it's almost symmetrical entirely. Well, when you're building it completely properly, it's symmetrical, but one of the stickers did not get put on at the right angle when Jordan Fitzherbert built it 10 years ago at least. So it's slightly tilted, but either way it is a symmetrical wagon. And then bags 5 and manual 4 build up this flatbed wagon with this digger here on it, and it's got enough space for it to sit on some treads so it doesn't get rattled about, and so useful so you can lift up the front arm, play with the back arm as well. So we use it generally these days on the construction site if this wagon is not being used. And the next minifigure that is built in that case is the one dressed in orange with the long hair. Then bag number 6 and manual number 5 builds up this double lane level crossing, which is one of 2 cargo trains we have in this set that comes with a level crossing. The other one's a powered up cargo train that we have. And it is the size of the level crossing that is interesting, because our previous level crossing, which is in 60051, has only 1 lane of traffic. This one has 2, and it covers a whole width of 3 straights, which is a quarter of the straights in this set, which does take up a lot of space, but you can always shorten it down and make a 1 lane crossing out of it using just 1 straight piece. But sometimes we don't use these extra straights, we just make them with single flexible pieces, which we review sometime after we review the last 2 power functions trains we have in our collection. And then manual 6 with bags 7 and 8 build up this crane here, which we are going to demonstrate when the train is running. And it also fills up a total of 3 straights reliably, so you can move the crane forwards and backwards, turn it round, and then raise and lower whatever's on the end, so it can be interchanged with the bucket or the hook here, as you can see, which I'm pointing out right now. I'm going to use the claw method when we're demonstrating this train set. So all in all, we're going to give this train a rating of an 8 out of 10. Mainly because it could have had a bit more detail. I could have had another cargo vehicle in there. But also the other issue with it is probably because when the crane gets stuck, sometimes it gets jammed and then the whole thing falls forward, and then some pieces on the underside that make it move along its hidden track disconnect, so it takes a while to put it back together again, which really annoys us. But thank goodness that's not on camera, so we see it. And about the track layout, this train comes with a total of 28 pieces consisting of 16 curves, which is typical for a standard oval loop, and 12 straight pieces, 6 of which already used for the level crossing and the crane. So it's technically a 6 straight aside oval loop. And it doesn't matter which way you put them. Normally when we're doing this, we put the crossing up facing the back of the room and the crane facing the camera. So that's what you're going to see. So what I'm going to do is just set up the loop of track. We're going to run the train around and show you what we can do when we are loading and unloading the box. So I will see you very shortly. Okay, so the loop of track is all set up. Let's check, is our remote the same setting as the receiver? Yes it is. Red, channel 3, let's go. So overall, I would say this loop of track is roughly around the same length as the blue cargo trains one, except for the fact that it's a little bit wider because we've got the switch tracks trying to play a role in there too. But it's got simple builds, but the only problem that some people have for the younger hands is maybe installing the string that works on the crane, and that's the same for the blue cargo train. Like nearly all the cargo train sets tend to come with string. I think they all do in our collection. I'll have to check with Jordan about that. But it's very quick to run around the loop of track. No need to change any switches in this case, so it's just a free build over. So I'm just going to stop the train at the crane. That rhymes. Nearly was in line with it there, but let's now show you what we're going to do with the rocks. So we're going to open this side flap here. Not all of them went out there, so I'll just tip the train slightly. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then I'm just gonna try and place the camera here, but it doesn't seem easy. So we're just gonna focus mainly on that. That's easier. So I'm just gonna push all the rocks slightly together, which you can see there. And then we're gonna lower the bucket, or as I like to call it, the claw. Open it up. Grab. Lift it up again. Like that. And then we're gonna drop the rocks back in there. I'm gonna do that one more time to pick up the remaining 6. Bring them all together. Reach as many as we can. I think we got some of them, but yep, I've got them all. And then we raise them again. So you can see they're sitting in there right now. And then move them over and drop. Perfect. And then we reset the crane back to its position. So we had to move it forwards and rotate it at the same time, so we could get the rocks perfectly in line. And then we can always use the hook, which is the second option with the helicopter. Come on. Oi! I'm so confused as to why the train's going backwards for a second. Sometimes the remote doesn't listen to me. Oh my god! There's a stray rock! I just need to pick that up. Wait. There you go. Perfect. So what would you give it out of 10? We say 8. So we want to know what you guys think, so let us know in the comments below. And yeah, it's a very fascinating freight train in our collection. And it fills up the whole of the straight section right here, so technically it's very linear. So the next video we're going to make is of the red passenger train, set number 7938, which Jordan is going to review in this case. So, hope you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching, and don't forget to press subscribe. Bis bald, ciao!